Welcome back to Rear Gun Adventures, and today proper look at my HW77k. Now there's a bit of confusion generally speaking about Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3, and I'm not really in a position to clear any of that up. What I can say is that mine has a 1992 serial number, but it has all the hallmarks of a 1993 model. So the Mark 1, the originals, wasn't wildly different. There's a few things to give it away. The main thing was there was no anti-bear trap at all, and the lever catch had a couple of incarnations during that period. So initially it was a ball bearing indent, which was okay. Later they changed it to a sliding catch, and then in 1993 it became the push button type that everybody knows, which is the best thing they ever did with these. So here she is. Now, this is, as I say, a 1992 serial number, but a 1993 model, as far as I can tell. It's got the classic Mark 1, Mark 2, fairly straight forestock. It does have the push button, which is one of the things that's really nice about this. The scope on this is a period scope. It's an Apollo 5-star, same year, 92, 93. Of course, the legendary Rigle trigger. The stock on this gun is just such a nice piece of wood, and the colouring's fantastic. If you look at the general quality and actually the condition for a rifle of this age, it's incredible, really. Now, I recently did a quick revisit of my Dyna 52, which I personally think is a better rifle. This is a close second. I do have a lot of time for this particular rifle. It's a very good, very accurate, very easy to shoot rifle. Now the checkering on a pistol grip is very Weihrauch, so is the shape of the butt there and the raised comb. The cheek piece is Monte Carlo style, but it's not too big. It doesn't have any checkering on the forestock, and it doesn't have that nice tapered shape that's appeared on the later models, but it's still a very attractive rifle, even because of that. Now, the breech on these is all the way across, unlike, say, TX200, which is a 60% sliding breech. Sliding breeches is a whole can of worms. There's all kinds of arguments to be had about who did it first. It certainly wasn't Weihrauch, and it certainly wasn't Air Arms, that's for sure. But they've done it, and they've both done it very well, and done it slightly differently. Now, as far as cocking this rifle is concerned, it is a very easy process. Once the lever's down, just pull this lever all the way till it clicks. Now, there's no 3-stage or 2-stage lock off. It's all the way down and it clicks, and when it clicks, it engages the safety, auto safety. Now once you release that safety, it stays released. It's not resettable. Back up, ready to go. Hardly any effort, but that will give you a full power 2-2 shot, and it will also be deadly accurate. Now the Rigle trigger, as I said, is legendary. I mean, it's certainly one of the best triggers in production today, and when it appeared in the 1980s, 82, 83 I think, it just took the rifle market by storm, and so it should, because it's damn good. Now the Dyna trigger I think is as good, but this is the one that everybody talks about. It is the benchmark, if you like, of air rifle triggers. Now I'm going to shoot some targets. I've done this before. This gun is very accurate, it's very reliable. I'm going to shoot it out 25 yards. It's just started to rain. There you go, typical. Okay, I don't want to shoot in the rain. I don't want to get my rifle wet. It's too good for that, and it's getting heavy. Okay, we'll look at some of the other features and benefits. Now the breech on this is incredibly well machined. It's the best of the best. You won't see better tooling and machine work than that. That is superb, and the bluing is good. I mean, Weihrauch are well famous for their quality and finish. and rightly so. There are rifles around that are probably better on quality and finish, but they probably haven't been around for the same length of time as these. And if you look at this, I mean, it's not 30 years old, but it's not far off it. I think that's probably a 93 model. It's really good. There's no mark on it. Now, it has been very well looked after, and it's never been a workhorse. It's never been out and about in the fields. It's a target rifle. Anyway, I'm going to try and get some targets set up and get some shooting done. So I'll be right back. There we go. Target's done. No surprises. It's always that good. JSBs, again, I do try all kinds of pellets through this, and they all seem to fire quite well. There's been one or two that have been horrendous, and there's been a surprise just recently with the SMK Spitfires. And I did a comparison between those and the JSB Jumbos, which came out very favourable, actually on the side of the Spitfires. And that video is still kicking around. Now this scope, it's on a single piece mount. The scope rail is actually machined, milled into the body of the action, which is done superbly. Now comparing that to, say, the Diana, it's actually a piece of metal bolted on. Again, it's done very well and it's very nicely finished. But I do like scope rails that are part of the action rather than an addition. Again, with the Springer, you know, you've got recoil in two directions, so you really want to get yourself a really good firm fixing. Now for some reason, I guess it's because of the weather today, I'm having lighting issues again. Massive big light up there, and the cloud goes by and it changes the light in here. Ridiculous. Anyway, there are silencer options available for these. I haven't got one because this is the target rifle. I don't need one. It's not loud enough to upset the neighbours, unlike one or two of my other rifles, which certainly do raise eyebrows, shall we say. Little things like the metal trigger guard, the metal trigger, they're just nice finishes. You expect quality, you expect to find metal components and not plastic ones. These days, you know, a plastic trigger guard isn't uncommon. Plastic trigger blades aren't that uncommon. Personally, I like a metal trigger. It's just a thing. You know, I don't know what it is. They don't feel a great deal better than a plastic one. In fact, a couple of the plastic ones that I've used recently, you wouldn't know they were plastic trigger blades, you know, without closer inspection. Now, maintenance-wise, this is just a light oil and an occasional bit of grease. Because it doesn't get a huge amount of use, it probably doesn't really need any maintenance as such. But because it doesn't get a huge amount of use, I do like to make sure that it's up together. I do like to get out and give it a shoot when I can. Unfortunately, it won't be too much today because that rain's back, and it's back with a vengeance. I'll check the forecast. I'm sure it said it was dry today and tomorrow. Monday I think was rain. So to buy one of these now, and you can buy the brand new one, it's not vastly different. The main thing is the anti-bear trap's a different system. Safety's the same, trigger's the same. The piston is 26mm now. This is a 25mm piston, and this is the thing that used to be used as an indicator of whether it was a Mark 1 or a Mark 2. It seems to be on both, so it doesn't mean anything. Your best bet is the serial number, but even that can be confusing. If you really want to know if you've got a Mark 1 or a Mark 2, phone whole cartridge and they'll be able to tell you. Loads of confusion about it. I see arguments about it on forums all the time. I don't think it matters. It's a Weihrauch. It's an HW77. It's a legendary, iconic rifle. And if you're going to buy one and you're going to buy a used one, don't worry. Just make sure you've got a good one. And they're pretty much all good. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I just really wanted to do a bit of a proper look at this. I would say also, K for carbine, this is actually quite a luggable little rifle. It's about the sort of £7 mark unscoped. Scopes don't weigh very much, as long as you don't put anything too big on there. So it's quite a manageable piece of equipment. Because it's so easy to cock, and this particular one fires very smoothly, I'm sure the new ones do as well. It's a rifle really for everybody. Anyway, that's enough for now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. A big thank you to all those who have liked and subscribed. It's much appreciated. And I'll be back very soon with another video. Until then, bye for now.